Coolie back in the building. All right, so I was at the store, right? And I picked up some green beans. I got me some green beans, right? And I like these green beans because they pre-snip them, but I also don't like that. When you get the pre-snapped ones, they cut the ends off for you and it saves time, but I definitely like to get the loose ones and snap them up myself and cut the ends off myself. But it's really hard to find the loose ones for some reason where I live. I usually could only find it at the what do you call it? The farmers market. So, I got these guys. I washed them up. And I didn't really cut them in half. Some of them are broken. They got like cut in half by themselves, but when I make green beans, I like to leave them kind of long like this, like how they are right here. So I'm gonna put this aside for a second, and I'm gonna get my pot, right? I'm gonna get my pot, my beautiful pot, and I'm gonna cut the fire on. I'm gonna go medium to, let's see, medium, low medium, and I'm gonna throw in some avocado oil on the bottom, and then I will go in with some orange bell pepper. I'm gonna cut this down like so, and I will. Well, first, when you cut that bell pepper open like that, you see how you have those seeds right there? What I like to do is I like to scrape the seeds out and kind of drop them in the bottom of the pan. And this gives the food like a nice little toasty kind of nutty flavor. So I really like that. I really like doing that. And then I'm gonna just chop. Well, I'm just slicing these bell peppers, this orange bell pepper up. So I actually have a confession to make, and it's that yo, I don't be using my cutting board too much. And it's because I don't really care too much for cutting it like in perfect shapes, like in even shapes. So I don't really like be using a cutting board. I feel like Caribbean people don't use cutting boards though. So, don't quote me on that. But when I was growing up, I don't remember my mother ever using I don't remember my mother ever using a cutting board. Like we just cut the fire on the pot and then we just cut stuff into the pot like I'm doing right now. So I don't know. Ask Guyanese people if they do that. Ask them if they do that. Imagine. Like I feel like everyone who's doing, so I put some red pepper, some red bell pepper in there. So we got reds and we got orange. Okay, so two types. Um, and then I'm gonna also go in with some red onion on top of that, right? So I'm gonna put in, take the skin off of that. So I got this much. Yeah, I also don't measure anything. So I got this much, and I'm gonna just go in and slice this up in there as well. But yeah, I feel like people on YouTube, like the Caribbean people on YouTube that be having like they cutting board out and they be having everything cut up in like little bowls and stuff. That's not That's not real life, y'all. They do that. They do that for the camera, and they do that probably to save time. I should probably do that, but but I don't know. The point of me making these videos was to kind of show you how to cook something in real time. And if I were to cut everything up, like pre-cut everything up, that wouldn't be in real time, right? That would be pre-cutting everything up. So I want you. The point of these videos, kind of like, I'm gonna just do a little mix on it. Just do a little mix on it, and I'm gonna cover it for like 2 minutes. But yeah, the point of these videos was to kind of have you come in my kitchen with me and just cook with me. All right, it was supposed to feel like an intimate cooking session, so that was the vibe I was aiming for. I didn't want it to be just like step 1, 2, 3, just the recipe and go. Like, I want you to understand that cooking is it's a beautiful process, and it's good to put work into your food and prepare your food, and it's just so much more rewarding that way when you put all that energy and all that good love and work into your food, and then you come out and you eat it at the end of the prep and the cooking, and it's just so good. It's just so good. I really believe in that. I believe that, y'all, I feel like I feel like sometimes when I cook something for someone I love, they like it. Like, they really like it. But if I'm cooking for just someone else, I think the people who love me like my food a lot. And I think it's because they could feel my energy in the food. I really do. I'm one of those people. I think that's a thing. I think that's the thing. So, send intention to your food. Yeah, I'm all for it. Definitely say a prayer over your food before you eat it. We gotta keep it spiritual over here. And I bet that's gonna do something for you. You might not feel it at first, but over time, you're gonna see. That's healing energy. That's healing energy right there. So I'm gonna do a little mix. And I'm gonna go ahead in with the green beans. I'm gonna go ahead and just toss that in. Now remember, you don't want to well, how I like it, I don't like to like cut them up too small. I like to leave them long, right? But of course, some of them got chopped up. I didn't. That wasn't intended. That wasn't my intention. Um, so I'm gonna toss that in there, right? And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna mix that up. I'm gonna mix that up a little bit. Turn it up, turn it up, turn it up. And whoo, what we gonna put in here now? So I usually like to keep it super simple, because I don't want y'all to think like cooking is hard, because it's not that difficult. But I got these, this is a broadleaf thyme I got from my garden, and I'm gonna go ahead and kind of like, I dehydrated it, and because I had so much growing in the garden, and so I dehydrated it so that I could preserve it, so I could use it throughout the winter. So I'm gonna go ahead and just crumble that. So it's hard because it's dehydrated. I'm just crumble that. I'm gonna just crumble that over there. So I love that smell. I love that. It smells so fresh. Smells so fresh. I'm gonna toss some cayenne pepper. Okay, cayenne powder in it. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave that, cap it, and I'm gonna let it sit for another 5 minutes. We could maybe go with that, 5 minutes. Let it sit for another, Yeah, that pepper's getting in my nose. Yeah, man. So I'm gonna let that go for another like 5 minutes or so. All right, y'all. So it's been going for about 5 minutes or so, something like that. So this is what it's gonna look like, right? And you see how it has that bright green color? That's a good thing. Okay, we don't want to overcook our green beans. Okay, we don't want to overcook them until they're turning into that like brown green color. No, you done kill the whole bean. You like taking out the life from the bean. So don't be doing that. Just cook it enough, but don't cook it too much. You know, because then it's gonna lose life, and it won't have that crisp to it. All right, and won't taste nice and fresh when you leave some of that bright green color in there. All right, so what I'm gonna do is, ooh, splash myself. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toss some. So right now we on medium fire. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna toss some water in there. Okay, I'm gonna put some water in there. So not too much, all right? So we don't want too much, or else you're gonna end up overcooking it. So just a little bit, maybe like a couple of tablespoons, not a lot. This is just to help it cook up a little bit better, okay? And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just give it a little turn, and I'm gonna put some salt, right? I'm gonna put some salt, about a tablespoon of salt. Sorry, not a tablespoon. A teaspoon. Tablespoon. Yeah, that wouldn't turn out too good though. about like a teaspoon of salt, and just turn it a little bit. And yeah, notice I didn't measure that, but you know I measured it in my head. You know that worked, right? That count, right, y'all? That count. And so you're gonna put the lid back on, and then you're gonna let it cook, and let that water that you just put in there, let that dry down, let that boil down, right? And so what I do want to say is that I be using spring water when I'm cooking. So, you know, that might be something, you know, if you're coming into like a healthy lifestyle, you might want to go ahead and cook with spring water. Or if you soak in any of your grains or beans or like chickpeas, you're going to want to soak it in spring water. So, it's definitely better, you know, if you cooking with tap water, remember that's like, you know, you're taking all the stuff, the bad stuff that's in the tap water, and you putting it in your food. So, you know, you're losing there, you know. But definitely try to cook with spring water. We definitely know that we drinking spring water, right? I feel like everyone know that. But when you cooking, try to definitely cook with spring water as well. Um, but yeah, so what we doing right now is we just gonna wait until that water that I put in there kind of dry down, and you see the color of it. We still got that bright green color, so we good. All right, we good. So if you notice that it's turning like a little like that dead green, you know, that brown green, like the green beans they serve to you in the hospital, like school lunch, like that stuff. Yeah. If you see it starting to get to that point, what you want to do is uncover the pot, like take the lid off, like so, like that, and then um, you just want it to like let all the water evaporate. So at this point, I feel like maybe I'll just leave the lid off. I'll just leave the lid off, and I'll just give it a little stir here. I'll give it a little stir, right? Right, y'all. A little stir. And see, we still have some water in there. So when it's done, it's not gonna have any water bottom. We don't really want it to be wet. We want it to kind of be like just like um, string beans without gravy, unless of course you like some gravy on top of your on top of your if you like some gravy with your string beans, then you just put a little extra water in there. I mean, see, that's the good thing about cooking your own food. When you cook your own food, you can do whatever you want with it. If you like it a little softer, then add some more water to it. If you like it really like it has a crisp to it and a little bit more lightly steamed to raw side, then don't put any water in it. Just do like a stir fry, and then plop it down there, and do it like that. Some people also, they'll just steam these. They'll do like a steam on them, and that's it. Steam and put some salt. Y'all, listen. Y'all better stop playing. Don't be stressing about cooking. Okay, this is not a hard thing. You just get some vegetables, and you just cut them up in a pot, let them cook, and you gonna be alright. I'm right here with you. We gonna get through this thing together, right? We gonna be we gonna be okay, y'all. We gonna be okay, all right? You just send all that good intention to that food. Go ahead and mix, and so we barely have any water on the bottom of the pan, right? So that's where we at with it right now. So what I'm gonna do is I'm about to show y'all. This is my secret ingredient. This is my green beans secret ingredient. Y'all can't tell nobody this. Don't tell nobody this. But I use this secret ingredient everywhere. Almost everywhere. Not everywhere, but so it's gonna be some tahini, right? So you get like it's about a tablespoon. I'm so sorry, y'all. I don't measure nothing out. I really do apologize for that up front. But this what it really be like in my kitchen. Like, you just measure that out. I mean, I'm sorry, you don't measure you don't measure it out. Yeah, Coolie, you just measured it out, huh? Right, okay. So you just take like a tablespoon of that, and you just see, this is really thick, so don't really pour. So you just kind of mix it in there. And this is going to give it like don't mix it up yet. Let me put this down. So this tahini kind of give it like like a nutty, I don't even know, like a kind of like a nutty cheesy flavor, nutty cheesy kind of situation. Yeah, but oh, it's so good. That flavor with the peppers, with the orange peppers and the reds and the onions. Y'all gonna be good. So you're gonna mix that in a little bit more. Mix it in a little bit more. I do like when I have a little bit of blistering on the bottom of my green beans. But you're really only going to get that if you don't put a lot of water in and you put more oil in. So where we at with it right now, we do still have a little bit of water on the bottom. So don't mix the tahini in all the way yet. Just toss it around in the pot a little bit. And I love tahini. Y'all. Tahini is good. Tastes good. I put tahini in a lot of stuff. But yeah, so I'm letting that water go down. We don't mix the tahini in all the way yet. And I want you to understand and see. Now, can y'all see this? Like, look at that. You see the color of the green beans? They're not brown. They're not like that brown green dead color. So you have to, it's up to you to make sure that you're not overcooking this thing. Because when you overcook it, it don't taste as, you ever had some green beans that was overcooked, and then some green beans that was like cooked perfectly. Like it was cooked, but it wasn't cooked too much. That's us right here. So, what we gonna do is now that all the water is gone, you can see that right there. What we're going to do is just mix in that tahini. Mix in that tahini well. Mix it in well. And so this is going to give you like, and I don't know, y'all gotta try it to believe it. Y'all gotta try it to believe, you gotta taste it to believe it. But yeah, I'm gonna just continue mixing in, and after that, y'all, we done. And we didn't have to go to no restaurant or no quickie food place to like buy ourselves some food. Okay, we took a few minutes and we made this, and it's gonna be delicious. It's gonna be delicious. It's gonna. This literally, y'all. Whew. When it starts to like dry down and you hear it like crisping up, it starts smelling like pizza. I kid you not. It smelled like pizza. I know it's not pizza, but it smelled like oh my goodness. You know what I forgot to put in? Y'all. Okay. There's an ingredient that you could put in with the peppers, and I didn't put it in. It's if you get some small baby tomatoes, the little cherry tomatoes, when you putting the peppers up in there, drop like 3 or 4 cherry tomatoes in there, and that first two minutes when it's like sauteing, let that go, and that's gonna give it that's gonna give it such a nice flavor. But y'all, this is it. You know, you let it dry all the way down, and if you want, you could let it get a little brown on the bottom, but for this, you don't have to. So right now, I'm gonna cut that fire off, and I'm gonna say peace. Actually, should I? Y'all gonna make me plate this thing, aren't y'all? Yeah, that's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make me plate this thing. Oh Lord. Okay. I could rock with that. Let me plate it. Let me do. Y'all be making me feel bad, but y'all need to understand something, okay? Y'all need to understand something. I'm not no chef. So I don't want to be like out here just. I don't be just out here just plating stuff. Okay, let me put this here. Things I be doing for y'all. I really be going out for y'all. Y'all know that? I really do. But how do you even plate green beans like this? Like, I'm trying, y'all. I'm learning. So this is like I don't even know what to call this. It's probably like a cheesy green beans, because that tahini really do give it like a cheesy kind of feel. So yeah. So that's where we at with it for this one. This one wasn't intended to be too long, so you know. So that's it, y'all. That's where we at with it. So yeah, that don't look too bad. You know, I mean, look, I done said I ain't no chef, but you know, I might be onto something here. You know, ooh, look at that smoke. Okay, I have to eat it on camera too. Yeah, see, we on YouTube now, so every time you cook something, you gotta make sure you done You don't taste it on camera and don't lie now. It's good, y'all. This thing good. Mhm. 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 Yes, sir. Mhm. Mhm. I'm gonna see y'all later. Thanks for watching. Love yourself. Keep healing. Peace.